Hello all. Today I'm doing a bit of a craft demo using this fab foam, or fun foam as it's sometimes called. That's like an high density foam to produce a stamp up here like that on this drawing, and we'll be able to add that to various other creative craft things. So let's have a look at how I did that. I have a little piece of the foam here. You can draw it on, or I'm going to use this ballpoint pen. You can use the end of a brush that has a sharp edge, such as that, but I find this pen's probably the best to use. So let's see if I can do something like that. And you'll find it actually it indents into the foam itself when you put pressure into it. I'll just define that a bit better. Then what you can then do carefully is rub into it like that. And get rid of the bit that you don't want to show. So if I were to do that, for example, and I'm trying to work as quickly as I possibly can. This is not the piece that I'm doing, but this is just to show you how these stamps are made from fun foam. And go like that, and like that. So wherever it's indented, when the ink's put over the actual thing itself, it'll miss those areas. That's a very crude example of how you do it. Let's move on to the actual thing that I've done to make the actual stamp, and that's that. I've already gone round everything and done everything that's necessary. It will take a while, and be patient with it, because if you take your time about it and get it done right, you'll have this stamp for a long time. All I really need to now do is just cut around the edges and get the excess away so it's easier to work with, and that's what I'll do just offline, and we'll get ready then for doing the actual printing. That's cut out and ready. Let's print it. I'll use enamel mixed media paper for this one. It should do fine. Before I do any printing work, I'm going to use this Brusho to do a nice coloured background. It's a powder that reacts to water and makes really nice patterns. Right, randomly I'm just going to throw bits. I'm not going to over elaborate this. Yep, various, like that. Probably put way too much on there, and this is where it all starts getting very nice. And that's it, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to use my hair dryer and That will make a nice background. For the printing side of the process, I'm going to be using this water-based printing ink and a brayer. It's only a small one, and I'll use a piece of card of some kind. You can use whatever you need to use for laying the ink out. Let's get down to printing. First thing I've got to do is base out my ink onto the place that I want to have it all out. I think I put a bit too much on there. Yeah, I have. But it don't matter, we can spread it out. So using your brayer, try and get that evenly distributed, and then you roll in one direction to put it on to your brayer. Just roll in one direction like that, so that you're making sure that the entire wheel is getting a distribution of ink. So we'll put that to one side. We'll get our thing that we're printing and a good distribution of ink on it. So we can pick some more ink up. Once I'm happy that I've got plenty of ink on my stamp, I look for a nice place on the image, which is probably about there, and go for it. Just flatten it down onto it. You could use your brayer, but I don't want to get any ink from there onto it. You could use another brayer that you've not used with the ink, but this is probably the easiest way to do it. By just firmly pressing down onto the foam, and it don't have to be done for a long period of time, just to make sure you get a good contact with it. And hopefully that now should be done. And there you go, you got a print. What I then might do is use the excess ink, get another roll of it, and do areas like that. Not all of it, because I want some of that colour to show through, but what I will do, because it's water soluble, this ink, I'll show you what I'm going to do in a moment. Just need to get some more ink onto the Right, so we've got some more ink on there. I'll get some water and I'll start blending some of this dark into the image. On the outer edges like that, so that that edge is, and I'm only being No, I'm not being super delicate with this. I'm just wanting to blend that edge out a bit so it's not as obvious. And on the inside it'll be really nice and crisp colour, whereas you've got a slightly darkened bit at the outside. And there you go. Hopefully that's showing through in a nice way. You've got this darkened background that's got interesting colour, and yet you've got on the inside of the bird you've got some very vibrant light colours. And that is my fun foam print and how to make it. So thank you for being here for the video, and I hope to see you next time round. Bye.